Hi and welcome to another KCcoding tutorial. Today I'm going to show you guys your first for loop ever. Well, first for loop that I'm showing you guys how to do. So essentially, a for loop is a section of code, and within that section, everything will repeat until a certain command is satisfied. So essentially, what you do is, I'm just going to show you the code right now. You type for, and then you specify that you're using an integer that is going to be what you're counting, and you're going to specify it as I because that's the standard, and you're going to set it to 0 to start off. Then what you're going to do is then you're going to say I is less than, and let's make this go up to 8. All right. And then we're going to show how I is going to increment. So you go I plus plus. So now there's 3 sections here. The first section is where we instantiate I as an integer. The next section here is what we check. So when this condition is satisfied, it will continue looping. And then this is how we change I each time it loops. So I plus plus means that it'll go up 1 each time. Now what happens is you use braces to surround the section that your for loop is in, just like you use braces for your main method. You use the same type of braces here, and then you add the code, and whatever is within this code will run that many times. Now the big thing about a for loop is that you can use the integer that you're looping with while within the loop, so that it changes each time. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go system.out.println. Now, if you remember from earlier videos, I can't spell system apparently. Now, if you remember from earlier videos, system.out.println sends things to the output or to the console. And what you do is you can go, we are at number, colon, and then you can add on the I at the end. So you see that this is going to print out we're at number, and there's a little space and a colon, and then it adds on I. So whatever this value is during the loop, it'll print that out. So now you guys can guess how many times this is going to print something out and how high it's going to go. So, maybe in the comments, tell me how many times it's going to loop and tell me what the highest number it's going to hit is. So now what you're going to do is you're just going to run that. You might have to compile and run depending on what IDE you're using. But you're just going to run your program like you normally would. And see what here, it starts at 0 because that's what we set it to. Then it goes to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now that's an interesting thing. It loops 8 times, but it only goes up to 7. The reason why is because our condition right here is it will loop when I is less than 8. Now when it hits 8, 8 is not less than 8. 8 is equal to 8. Now, let's say you wanted to run this from 1 till 8. So what you do is you start off with I is equal to 1, and then you'd say I is less than or equal to. Now this modifier here changes everything. So rather than just having the less than sign, we have less than or equals 8. So that means that our new code is going to go from 1 to 8. Just run that again and show you. And there we go, 1 through to 8. So this is a super simple view of your first time using a for loop. And this is Casey for KC Coding, and I'm logging off.